Hey world, my name is Sarah and for the last 3 years I have not been using my fridge or any other cooling technique to cool my food, even though I live in a camper for over 3 years now, stationary at the German forest side, so it can heat up a bit in the summer. And also I only buy groceries once a week and still I eat fresh and very nutritious every single day of the week. In today's society, most people can't imagine living without a fridge. But the question is that only convenience and what we've been told? Or can it be maybe totally possible in various climates to live without a fridge? And can it maybe even be convenient? So in this video, you're gonna learn a bit more about this and my personal whys and how I store my food very generally. So after this short intro, let's dive right in. The first fridges have been invented in 1913, though at that time nearly no one used a fridge, and also in 1920 under 1% of the whole world population used a fridge. Today it's around 75% of the whole world population, nearly 100% in the USA and over 95% in Europe. And there are actually alternative cooling techniques that are still used today, very commonly the root cellar or the cellar in general. And there's also clay pot cooling, which is something that's used in very dry and hot climates, for example, Africa. And of course, there are also ways to preserve your food like canning or drying or fermenting. And I personally don't use any of these techniques. So let's dive into what I personally do here in my camper. So I will only give you a very brief tour about how I store my food so that this video won't be like an hour long. So for example, here I store my vegetables and here I store everything that's like canned and oils and stuff like that. Here the same thing. I still have my fridge, but it's not powered, but I use it just for storage, and also in here it's a little bit cooler than up there, so here will go the things that go to waste a little bit faster. Here are my fruits, and then let's go outside. Under the camper, right here I have this little box that is also not cooled, but it's like the coolest space of all those spaces I just showed you. In here I have stuff that needs to be just a little bit cooler to hold for days or even weeks. So that was the very brief tour on where I store my food, and as mentioned before, I only buy groceries once a week. I also don't have a garden where I grow vegetables, so all the vegetables and other things that I eat I get from the store. I personally live as a vegetarian, but this would definitely also work if you would eat meat or fish. You would just have to eat the meat or fish like on day 1 or day 2, the very latest, and that would be also very fine. Everything that you do new takes a bit effort in the beginning to learn it, but once you know, okay, I can eat this from day 1 to day 7, or some things even for weeks and weeks on end, like for example tomatoes or apples, they usually last for weeks, or eggs also. But there are also things that don't, like for example mushrooms or carrots, they need to be eaten faster. For me, who does this for 3 years now, it's just so easy to maintain this, and for me it's actually very, very convenient at this point. Actually from the start, I think I needed a few weeks to figure out how to plan the whole thing, but if you know, you just know, and it's very fine. And now I want to talk a little bit about the reasons why I personally do this. So one reason for me is definitely sustainability. For those who know the channel a bit, you know that sustainability is simply something that's very important to me. Also, I feel like it reduces food waste if you do it the right way, because if you have a fridge, you tend to buy more food than you really eat throughout the week. and maybe more of that can go to waste, so that can also be a reason to go fridge free. Another reason, of course, can be the cost reduction, because you don't have to cool anything. And another reason for me, which is like a main reason, is also mindful consumerism and minimalism very, very generally, and the little thought you have to put into your planning of what you eat in a week just feels very, very mindful to me and aligns with my personal values, and I simply personally love it. So these are videos I would really love to share with you in the future if you like this content, alongside my usual content. And I would really love to show you how convenient and easy it is to live fridge-free with a balanced diet. So I wish you all a good day or night whenever you are watching this, and stay cool, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.